Okay, so I love making this bag. As you can see, it's clear. It's a clear vinyl bag. I love the pattern. You have like this pouch that comes out, so where you can hide all your personal items in there. And then this then becomes your clear tote, crossbody, handbag, and you can take it to all different types of venues. You know, where there's, you know, so they can see right through and see everything that you have. But there's a part of me that wants to kind of change it around a bit and see what I can do with this pattern. So, I mean, not everybody goes to venues where they have to have it clear, or not everybody wants a clear bag. And so I'm thinking, you know, can this actually be done as just made from fabric? That's something I want to explore. I mean, it's a really cute bag, you know. I mean, you can wear it as, you know, as a crossbody. It's really cute. It really is cute. I love it. Excuse me. But I'm just like, well, I don't, you know, I don't always use this type. But I'm just thinking, I just want to see if I can do something different. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna use this really cute fabric. It's nice and girly, but not too girly. It appeals to, I think, the younger generation and the older ones. I suppose if you know, it's kind of got a little bit of liberty in there. It's got a bit of Cath Kidston in there. You know, for the older ones, or it's just kind of cute and girly. You know, it's really pretty. So I thought I would use that because it's kind of like a bit of a versatile fabric. I don't know how I'm going to do this bag. I don't know if I'm just going to kind of do the outer and still have the pouch taken out, or whether I'm just going to leave the pouch altogether and just do the outside, but kind of have a lining on there. Okay, Charlie. Have a lining on there, and maybe put, you know, like a little pocket thing inside there. I think that might be the better option. And I don't even know about this turn clasp either, because sometimes that annoys me. I think I might, I don't know whether to do like a magnetic clasp on there, just so it kind of flops over, so you haven't got to faff around with this all the time. So there's a few different things I want to try. So yeah, I'll keep you updated and see how it goes and let you know. Okay, so I've got my tub of all my different bits of leather offcuts, just to kind of give me some idea, and see, you know, what I've got that is going to go with this. Oh, this is nice actually. That's kind of got like a pearly pink sheen. That'll go nice with it. That'll go nice with it. You know, and it's kind of like a bit of both. Oh gosh, people, I'm so hot. Okay, yeah, that might look quite nice. That's a bit of an option. Or what else have I got in here? Ooh. Now I have no idea why I've done this, but I've got some nice pink pink leather. Looks as though I've been cutting some straps from there and then not needed it. So yeah, so this pink, I think this pink would go really nice because it picks out, it kind of picks out the pink in the flowers. Oh, I think that would be really cute. Oh, have I got any more in there? Oh, hang on. Oh, I got some more. Oh, see, this is why you should always keep buckets. Always keep, you know, like your offcuts of stuff. Oh, I got some more. Is that like the same? Oh, I think that's slightly off though. That's a different leather and a slightly different colour. But it's a bigger piece. Oops. Don't lose any pieces. It's a bigger piece. So depending on which is going to be the best option. Okay. I don't like throwing anything away. So, you know, if I've got, you know, like offcuts left, you know, I'll put them in my bucket because you never know, you know, when they're going to come in handy. So I have like a bucket for my leather, I have a bucket for my waterproof canvas. Oh, and also in here I also have offcuts of my scrim. Ooh. Okay, oh right, okay. I don't know what this was for. But okay, so now I'm thinking, if I have like the main, if I have the main pattern, so like these are, normally they're done in vinyl, clear vinyl. If I do the outside, use these for, and because it's going to be fabric, like thin fabric, line it with some scrim to make it like more structure. And then on the sides, I can do the leather at the sides, the handle, that the lock flap, I'm also can do that in the leather, so that's going to be a really nice contrast. The handles I'll also do in leather, but I'll do like a pipe, you know, so it's like a nice grip on there, you know. Can't get my words out, whatever it is. So it's like you know, like the rolled handles, but I'll use piping inside there instead, so it's nice, a nice firmer one. And instead of sewing them to the front like my vinyl ones are, I might even do it so that they fall down, so that when you're using it as a crossbody, the handles aren't in the way, they might naturally fall down. So if I use like the rectangle bars, that might be good. So all the accent pieces I'll use in the leather. Right, okay guys, yep, this is what it's going to be. So I'm going to use the pink, I'm going to use this nice fabric, it's going to be, I'm going to use the scrim for the structure. For the lining inside, do I go with a pink or do I go with a beige? Let me get my other bucket out. What happens when you do things on the whim? Okay, so I do have, right, a nice pastel pink. Oh, see, that just melts me. If you put that inside, that would look really sweet. I don't want it too bright, no. What I was thinking was a beige. I don't know whether I've got any beige in here to show. I'd be very surprised if I did, because I don't use beige very often. It's not a colour I generally use, but I know I've got lots of it. No, I haven't, but if I show the beige, or if I just pull out my beige, oh gosh, hit the roof. Okay, so this is the beige, well, like creamy beige. If I put it alongside this, oh no, it has to be pink. I'm sorry, it has to be pink. Anybody that's going to buy this bag is going to want pink. So that's what it is. We're gonna, it's the pink bag. It's going to be, I don't know what I'm going to name it yet. But it's all going to be pink. I'm so excited. Right, I'm going to start cutting. Okay, so I've cut all my fabric. I'm so excited. Oh, I don't know what they're doing in there. Right, so I've got my two main panels, and I've lined them on the backs as well, only with like a thin interfacing, because I've got the scrim, cut out the scrim, and then obviously then I've got the backing. So these three will be, I'm going to stitch these three together, but I've decided on one of them, because this is going to be like a small bag, and you know you're not going to really want to carry much with you. I'm going to put I'm going to make a credit card slot for about 6 cards to go in there, so then they're out of the way, so you can put your your credit cards, I don't know, bus card, you know, ID, whatever, all in there. And then you've got the rest of the room then for like your phone, keys, whatever. So I'll do that first before I go sewing all this together, because I don't want obviously any patterns on the outside there. So we've got those. Then obviously we've got the gusset. I've actually got to cut, just thought about that, got to cut the inner gusset. These are for the credit cards. This is a new thing. I came up with it. I thought about it as I went to do the credit cards. I don't know if it's going to work. It should work. So we're going to do it together. And hopefully you might learn something too. So I've got this is the flap lock, so that is going to be coming over. I think it'll look quite nice having all the contrasting pieces. So we've got that there. Now the handles, I don't want them the same as the other. I did check my tubing, and my tubing is too wide to actually go into these handles, because what happens is you put these together, you sew them around, and you put the tubing inside, and then you kind of fold it over, and that would make you know, the really nice bendy handles. I thought, oh, okay, then I'll just put my kind of my rope in there. But I just thought, let's just do the handles maybe a different way, another way that I haven't done. So I thought what I might do is I've got some webbing. I'm going to put some webbing on the inside to make it firm, and then I am going to attach it then with these rectangle rings. So I'm going to attach it over, so it goes over that way, because remember I said I wanted the straps to fall down. Now I didn't have any rectangle rings, so all I had was a lot, and I don't know why, I had a lot of these, and these are strap sliders. So this is a good tip actually. If you don't have all the things you need, there are ways that you can kind of cheat a bit. So the way that I've got them now, because I've got 3 here already, and I've got 1 slide adjuster there for the strap. And what I'm going to do, what you do is you get your pliers, and if you do this carefully enough, and I'll explain why carefully, if you ever need to do this, you just prise open the part where it curls over. Whoops, it's the one supposed to do that. There you go, so it comes off, and then you do the same then on the other side, just prise it open, and there you then have your rectangle ring. Don't chuck this then in the bin, because the reverse might happen. You might end up having your rectangle rings and you actually might need a slider, so you can then actually pop these back on, and there you've got yourself a slider. So there's a top tip for you. There you are, my first video, and I've given you a top tip already. So yeah, so we've got the straps. I've decided I'm going to, considering I'm changing everything about this bag, I've decided I might as well go ahead with a magnetic snap rather than a twist lock, because I want to see how that works. So I'm going to go with a magnetic snap. It's not the size I want. It is a bit smaller, but it doesn't matter. This whole bag is all about experimenting. So there we go. And these parts here are, what are they? Oh yes, these are the side connectors for the crossbody, so they go on the ends, and these then are to cover all the raw edges. I'm using my belt by the meter. I was going to use some of the ready-made crossbody straps that I have, but I couldn't find a nice enough colour, and this actually matches perfectly, so I'm going to go with that, and some nice gold hardware to go with it. Also I have my handmade tag. I know some people don't like handmade, they don't like them on their bags. Some people do, some people don't. So I'm actually going to put this on the back bottom of the bag, so it's there, and if people want to show, they can. If they don't like it, then it's hidden by their legs. So yeah, so these are all the pieces, so we're going to start sewing. Okay, so I've been doing a few things off camera, and then I realised that actually I should do it on camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So this is the flap. So what I've done is on the back of it, I'm adding the male part of the magnetic snap, and I've just put some tape over just to stop it from rubbing against the leather, because the prongs, they can be a bit sharp, and so I don't want them to go through onto the other bit of leather. Which on this bit of leather here, I've got some Decaville Light, and I'm just going to, down the sides, down here, on the one side, I'm just putting some double-sided tape, and this is just going to keep it together while I sew around the edges. And then what I have to do then is put a undercoat on there ready for the edge paint, because on each one, instead of seeing all these raw edges, they'll all be edge coated with leather edge paint. So they'll look, I'll show you on my other bag, so they'll end up having this nice edge to it then. And I like to do that on all of my pieces. I don't like the edges showing on anything. So that's what I've been doing. On the straps that I did, because I've already did the straps, I've already done one coat of undercoat on there. It's still drying a little bit, so I'm going to do another coat, and then I'll put the leather edge paint on there as well. These turned out pretty well. So I've already got the webbing actually inside there. So just waiting for them to dry a bit more. So I'm just going to stitch around these. There you go. I'm just going to trim around the edges now, make sure they're all nice and even. Take the tape off. And then just leave that to dry now. I'll put my leave that to dry, and then hopefully it'll be ready by tomorrow. Oops. I'll have to clean that up. One. a nice curve. There we go. I think that is actually all the pieces that need to be edge coated. I was thinking of, that ain't gonna stay. I was thinking of doing this piece, but it is only one piece, so I'm just going to paint it, I think. I'm not going to put an undercoat on it, there's no point. And I'll do the same with these pieces. These pieces are going to go on the sides of the credit cards. So that's if it works. Oh, I'm quite nervous about trying that, but it should do. In my head, it looks good. So we're gonna have to try it. So why not? Let's try it now. Okay, so what they do is they actually, whoops, they go on one of these pieces here. So I'm going to fold it in half, snip the top, snip the bottom, so I can find my centre. And then I'm going to measure about 1.5 inches down. There. And I think I'm going to have to move this back just slightly because it's just going to bang against my machine. Okay, so we've got 1.5 inches down, and then I worked out if I did 3 exactly the same pieces, same size pieces, and what I've done is I've scored the back 1/2 inch down, and I am going to sew just along the tops 1/8 inch across the top on all 3 pieces. I did these, I think it was like 14 by 14. I lied. 13 centimeters wide by 10 centimeters high. Yeah, because I cut the sides off. I decided to cut the sides off in the end. So yeah, so you've got 13 centimeters going across and 10 centimeters going at the top. Fold it over 1/2 inch. So 1/4 inch seam allowance on all 3 pieces. Now I've not done this before, so I don't know if it's going to work. If it does, then fab. Okay, so this is the top one, and I know that because I've scored it just a little bit lower So what I do is I find just the centre of this one as well. What I'm going to do is, hang on 1 second, just want to make sure that all this is centred. Right. I'm going to mark a line either side, or a dot. Turn this over. And then line up those marks. And then I'm going to do I'm going to sew a line. And hopefully I've measured it right. And the reason I've done this is because now when I lift it over, it is a little bit lower than what I wanted. Not by much. Oh, that's because I did that line instead. What do I do? I've got to think now. How is it going to affect the others? Is it going to affect the others? Should actually be fine. Half. Should actually be fine. It's going to be fine there. Yep. It's going to be fine right there. So I'm just going to, I don't need to top stitch it. But what I will do is I'm just going to cut this other piece off. Just cut it down so there's not so much bulk underneath. There you go. Then we're going to get the next piece. I'm going to mark it, measure it down 1/2 inch. Like so. Open it out. Top stitch along where I've stored. Like I said, it all worked out in my head. But when you do something in your head and then you actually do something in real, it's kind of, it is slightly different. Fold that back. Make sure it's in line. There you go. Just gonna that down there so it does stay, because I want it to stay. Yeah, that's better. It'll stay now. I'm going to worry about it moving. Right, now this last one now, instead of stitching it underneath, we're going to fold it, and it should, when you pop it on top there, then it'll just cover all the other ones then, and it'll look really nice. Here's the half. So I'm just going to stitch along the bottom just to kind of keep it in place. And then I'm going to stitch along up the top, and then I'm going to shift across the other side and just stitch down there. Get rid of all these threads. Okay, and now should be 2.5. I'm going to do this with my white pen. 2.5 centimeters, inches. Where did I get centimeters from? I'll never know. There you go. And then I'm just going to stitch it down the center, and hopefully that should be our cards. That should be our card slots. I'll go and get my cards now and see if they fit. Okay, so there you go. There you are. Look at that, you got enough there for 6 cards. How amazing is that? I know there's one bit I haven't finished. I didn't want to do it until I knew for a fact that they were going to fit. Where is my thinner? Oh, there it is. If I get my double-sided tape then, and then just pop down the centre. This is 1/2 inch wide by 4 inches long. And then what I'll do then, I'll take the double-sided tape off, centre the raw edge in the centre of the leather, and stick it on, and then just do a stitch, a box stitch all the way around, and that'll finish it off nice. hopefully there'll still be enough room for the cards. There should be enough room for the cards. Yes, there is. If it goes into the centre, by the time this goes on, there'll still be plenty of room then for the cards as well. So yes, oh, I'm quite chuffed at that. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, so yay, it's working. So that's going to go on the inside. I'm going to quickly paint this one now, and then when it's dried, I'll sew them on. So, worked out really nice. There it is. So chuffed. So now what I'm going to do is we need to attach the 3 pieces. Just going to stitch all around the edges just to keep them all together. So if I get my big clips, just easier than the smaller ones. Keep breaking them all. And once we've sewn around the edges, it'll just be easier to trim any bits off them which are not in keeping. See, because it does bubble. It does bubble quite a bit. There we go. So okay, so we need to work out where we want it. So I'm just going to pop these up here just to stop the fabric from moving. We take into consideration the seam allowance, and then let's have a look. What have we got? We are about, say, almost 24, so 12. Let's see if we can do a nice seam, so I don't have to mark anything too bad. There we go. I think about, yeah, I think about there would be fine, because it's like lower down. Could even do one a bit more lower down, up there. Third time. Find out where they are on here. They are the last 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2. Are they working? Now they are. There we go. Let's pop these in. So much prefer using scissors. I just don't trust myself with these. I'm not talking to you. go. There. Pop this in. I've not actually got round to getting my own tags made as yet. I've gone through a branding change, so I just want to make sure that I'm 100% happy with everything. There you go. See, I think it looks nice when you got that. Always find is we always put duct tape on the backs of our metal hardware stuff, because the last thing we want is anything coming through and ripping holes. Oh, that's going to look lovely. Okay, so now that I've done that, now I can attach the waterproof canvas to the back. Line it up. Straighten everything out. And then stitch around or baste with a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. It hasn't got the exact because all this is going to be covered as well with binding on the outside. There we go. Okay. Let's see what needs to be trimmed. Nothing from the back. Just from the front, just these little bits of the scrim. And that's it. There we go. So that's our front and back panels done. We can put them to the side for now. To the front, actually, it is to the front, isn't it? I've already done this with the paint. I've already covered it as well with Decaville Light at the back. We're going to put on the female part of the snap. On that part, I think we'll actually centre it. We centre this on here, so we've got, do you know, I put everything down and then everything goes missing. So centre. Right, so we've got there. And this should be 2 as well. Oh, it's not quite 2. What have we got? 1. 1 3/8. So you've got half and 1, 2 and 1. And a half. Up there. I reckon that's the middle. Yep, look at that, dead centre. Go me. Okay. I really do need a new rip apart on my stiletto because this has gone quite blunt. And the thing is, when you kind of push it, you push it a bit too hard and then it goes and it just like rips all your leather or your fabric, whatever you're using. It's not a joy. Push them down. My tape. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, so now I can attach it to the center of my front piece. I'm just going to mark it. Mark the front of this, and on we go. It should be. I think to keep it in place, I might put some double-sided tape on there. Just either side. I'll keep it there. It's the best thing about using double-sided tape because you can't use pins when you're using leather. And I just want to check we've got the same each side, 3 and 2, and that should then be 3 and 2. Brilliant. Just going to stitch all around this then. That's an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Okay, so go around those corners. Gosh, I think this is really coming together so nice. When I was getting my gusset ready, I had a bit of a brainwave, another one, and I thought it'd be a cool idea to, because of the scrim, to maybe put some lines, sew some lines down all the way down the gusset. I thought it'd look really nice, so why not? Another thing to try out and see if it works. Look, see, so I mean, when that's, you know, underneath on the sides, you've got that nice texture to it. Yes, just gonna wipe that down. In the meantime, I will just add on my gusset piece. Okay, so I came to a realization after that I didn't like the handles. So while I was off camera, I went ahead and did the handles the way that the pattern asks you to do them, which I'm not entirely happy with because I wanted to do them a different way. Especially because I don't know what they're going to be like now, putting them on this, on the fabric. But, like I said, whoops, this is all about trial and error. So, we've got to try it, haven't we? So, while I was off camera, I did all of the leather edge coat paint on them. Did all around the edges on these, so they're all ready to go. And then I thought, oh gosh, no, because I've already stitched all the waterproof canvas on, which means I'm gonna have to unpick all around here to put the handles on. And then I was like, well, no, actually, I prefer them to be stitched to the canvas, because then that makes it stronger. So I am actually going to keep the canvas on and stitch it like I did this one, because I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, to be honest. Time will tell. So what I'm going to be doing now at the moment is we're going to be putting the cover edging, the bias edging along the tops of the gusset, all along the tops of the bag as well. So let's just get ahead and do that, shall we? Let's just do the, might as well do the edging first. What pen do I want to use? I think this is about an inch, so we should do about 1/2 inch. It's just so I've got some idea of where to place it. The worst thing about doing these, I think that because this is thicker, it might not catch properly on the other side. This bag is all about ifs and buts. It's all about ifs and buts. So I'm just lining the top of this up just below the line that I've just drawn, and then folding this piece over to match it on the other side, like so. And then I'm just going to stitch along the top, along the bottom. Don't want to be stitching along the top. I might as well actually put the other side on. I won't actually, I'll do this one at a time, because the reason being is double-sided tape does not bond well with waterproof canvas. Bonds well with most materials, but waterproof canvas, it's like, I don't like you. So best just get ahead and do it now. So I'm doing an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance on this. And hopefully it's caught on the other side. Yes, there you go. It looks nice. Covers it lovely. Move my bin. Hate stretching. And I'm just going to do the same to the other side. Just below the line. And I always do just below the line, because then that gives it room to be able to fold over. Oh, this cough. It's like a dry tickle. Okay. And let's get my scissors, and I'm just going to make it flush. There. Oh, that looks really nice. That does look really nice. Finishes it off lovely.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do the same now to the tops of the bag. And after I've done the tops of the bag, I can then attach the flap, the magnetic flap, onto the back side. Ooh, I haven't done, why haven't I done that? I haven't drawn my line. To the back side of the of the bag, and then also then we can attach the straps. See, that's going to be the make or break. Can attach the straps and see if they actually hold, because I don't know if they're going to hold. Really don't know at this stage. Hey. Right. Ooh, something's happened there. Oh, my thread snapped. Well, that's not good, is it? It's because my needle's boned up. Da, da, da. So now I'm going to have to find the exact hole that it went into. Come on. come on, come on. Oh. I'm having a hard time threading because my there we go. My needle is got some gunk stuck to it from all the double-sided tape and stuff. Okay, so where did it finish? And if I can find the hole of one, there we go. Yep. There we go. If ever that happens, don't freak out. If when you're sewing with your leather and it's caught right there on the back, that's good. Just take your time and try and position your needle in one of the holes that's already been made from the needle, and it'll then just kind of like find its way then into the rest of the holes then. So it's all worked fine. But you do have to put the needle in one of the holes that is already made. Otherwise, it'll just skip that. It'll just skip the rest of the holes and just make a hole next to it, and then you've just got your faux leather then with just lots of holes which don't need to be there, and it just looks unsightly. But yeah, it looks cute. I'm having doubts though. I am having doubts now. And I really don't want doubts. Why? I don't know. I just feel now that because of the handles and the weight of them, and this is obviously because it's fabric, I just don't think it's going to hang as well. But you'll never know unless you try. That's what I always think. You never know unless you try. Yes. Okay. Right. Oh. Okay, so next I'm going to be putting on the flap. So this needs to, and the magnetic snap needs to be facing inwards because it goes over. So with this, I am going to give you some idea of what it's going to look like. It'll kind of like flap over like so. And then that bit will be like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to sew it just a little bit down. I'm not going to, I'm going to find the center, which is centre of this one is here. Okay, and so I measure down, say about 1/2 inch, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon 1/2 inch. And then if we do, so it's 1 inch either side. So you go there to there. 1 and 1. And you pop you, so that's the middle. Pop you there. I'm going to get some more of my magic tape that my machine absolutely hates. It doesn't hate it. It's just that my needle actually needs changing. And I'm making it work for its money. Literally making it work for its money. There. And then I'm just going to sew a little box around there just to secure it. Yeah, because I'm using a thread that's exactly the same colour as the actual waterproof canvas, you don't really see anything, so it looks absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to cry if this doesn't work out right. Okay. Oh, you know what's next, don't you? The handles. Oh gosh, I'm so dreading this. I don't think you realise how much I'm dreading this. Okay, so I've got my pattern piece here. Actually what I'm going to do, this needs to be the first piece I need to do, because I've got to make sure as well that the handles, they don't fall over this section here, which is something else I didn't think about. I'm like, oh yeah, let's stick a credit card section in there. Yeah, why not? Ooh, that is, I mean normally I would put it in there like that, but that is like literally, that's like literally covering, so it is going to have to go up the top there. Or if I was to put them, like that, Okay, so I'm going to make a new section here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip these in place so that it doesn't move, and then I'm going to get my pattern piece and fold over where it ends. Something like that. Let me have a look. Let me see. If I do that, then that fits in fine. And then, right, okay, so if I draw this down there and then fold it the other way, so it kind of like goes there. I think it goes down just a little bit more than that. Is that where it is? No, still a little bit more. I think it needs to go down to about here, probably. Use that just to there. Let's have a look. Yeah, about there. Okay. And then, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, so let's draw this on the other side then. Gosh, the things we do. So, you want it to go there and there. So you basically want it, first of all, there. And then you get your line there. And then you can pop that there like so. And that should be right. Is that right? I'm just gonna sew this now, just before it goes, before it goes Pete-tong. Before it goes Pete-tong, I am just gonna sew it. So let me just go right across. Let's just go across. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That. There. That'll secure it in place. Only issue is I am not used to. If anybody's like me, you're only used to sewing in a certain direction. And I'm actually sewing opposite the direction that I'm used to, if that makes sense. So this is new. This is going to be like somebody sewing for the first time. There we go. Oh, well, that turned out okay. Oh, and I just literally went over the corner over there. I'm quite pleased with that, actually. And it's really firm on nice. I hope it looks, I hope it's going to be okay, because that is like quite in close. But mine's not. But it is supposed to be different. That's the whole thing, isn't it? The whole point is to be different. So let's carry on being different. So I just had this feeling that it was just going to look really, really floppy. Oh, but look. Oh, yes. And it's like... Okay, I'm back to being excited again now. Okay. See, you've got to try these things. You have to try these things. Right. God, I've just got way too much stuff on my table. Too many things, and I don't need them there at the moment. Right. Okay, now we've got to measure this one again. So we get... Now this is the most important, well, I say this is the most important. They're all important, but I mean, this is like the front of the bag. So if anything's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on this piece, because that's odds law. Make sure that they both the same length now. Oh, perfect. Oh. I'm in love. Okay. Next. This is where it could all go Pete Tong. Because this is where it could all start to ruffle. But I don't know. So, let's start with the front. So, got my centres cut out ready in the gusset. Got the centre in the bag on the front, and I actually don't have it. I have it somewhere there, but I can't really make it out because of the vinyl, the scrim. So where art thou? Where art thou? And I can't bend because I've got the handmade thing there. So what we will do, there it is. See, I just needed to put the two together. I'll mark it. There. Okay, so let's start with the front then. And, ooh. We're not doing, I was just about to, because I'm so used to doing right sides together, but we're not, are we? Because we're putting bias binding on there, so we're actually we're putting wrong sides together. So the insides are going to be together, so the outsides are just going to be all raw edges. And for this, I'm going to be using my tough clips because I want everything to stay where it should. So I always go along the bottom first, just before you get to the curve. Then I'll turn it around and then match up the sides. And do the same on the other, match up that side. Because that is really important that your sides do have to match. They really do. Oh, look. It's going to look... I just hope that this puckering doesn't stay, because it's not getting folded out or anything. We'll see. I mean, this pattern comes together so easy. It is a really good pattern. I do love it. So if you are considering trying this pattern and you want to do it like, the normal pattern, I would consider, get it. It's called the Juji Tote by Cherelle Le'ron. Cherelle Le'ron. Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. If I know how to do it by now, I will try and put a link in this video of the actual pattern, the original pattern. Right, I'm going to try and sew this now. Good vibes, people, good vibes. And I have to do it this way because the straps are in the way. Oh gosh, that means they're going to be in the way when I do the opposite side. Great. These are really good for keeping these clamps here. They are really heavy duty and they're good for keeping things together, but awkward as heck to sew with. Oh, really awkward because they just get in the way and they stick to your flatbeds of your sewing machine, and they stick to the other parts of your sewing machine because of all the plastic coating on them. Stick up and you're like, oh, but they are good. They do what they're supposed to do, so I can't grumble at that. Just you make sure you stay. Why have you shifted? I don't like that. Hang on 1 second. You've shifted now, so I'm going to have to undo you a bit. Because you can't, you're not allowed to shift. Where did you shift? If I put you there, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to clamp you here so that you can't move. And I'm going to find out where you shifted from. Where did you go off course? Where did you go off course? Down there, just on the bend. Right, you definitely need to stay there. Right, where did I take it back to? Right there. Okay, so let's take it back. There, that's better. Not allowed to go off course. I'm always too afraid to look. Ah. Okay. Okay. That's cool. I just need to trim this down just a tad. There's a little bit too much there for my liking, especially when I'm going to be putting the bias binding on. There. Oh my days! Oh, I love it! Am I going to be able to sell it? Oh my gosh, am I going to be able to sell it? Okay. calm, people. Just keep calm. And eat some ice cream. See, this is why I love making bags, because they're just like the sheer enjoyment, the excitement you get when you see something coming together. It's like, there's just like no other. It literally is no other. Right, I am not going to use those ones. I'm definitely going to be using these on this corner because I got a feeling it's going to give me a bit of grief. I can see it already. Oh, my giddy aunt. Hello, lovely. How are you? How are you doing? Okay. Now we have to get past this one. Which is going to be a bit difficult, I think. And I'm sewing it the wrong way because I actually need, so I'm going to take that off, I'm going to turn it around because I need to sew it that way, because I need to see the fabric. I do need to see the fabric. Sewing with scissor hands. Follow the curve, let it do its thing. Let it take its time. Use my stiletto to guide it. Make sure it stays in place. Ooh. Okay, I'm losing a little bit of it here. So I'm just going to do one bit at a time. There we go. There we are. Just needs to get past that curve. Oh, that's sewn by there, isn't it? Oh, that's easier. There we go. Whew. That was a bit touch and go there for a little bit. Take these off. We me just make sure that it's caught. Take a little bit of this off. We don't need it. Guys, look. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. So, okay, now it's bias binding time. So, so this bias binding now, we do the same as what we did earlier, and it just goes all the way around the front and up to the top. So it covers all these raw edges, and then also makes the bag structure a lot firmer. But it's really firm anyway. I mean, it's just adorable. Okay, come on, let's just do this. Because I'm really excited now. Right, let's put all these ones away. I don't need the big ones. Don't need the big boys now. I need my little and my pen. And we're going to mark down the centre. My big ruler is over there and I can't be bothered getting it, which is a bit silly, but that's just me. So just before, there we go, that one. Might as well do the two. And then we'll do the tape. I'm just so happy. I hope I got some more. I got enough tape left here, because I got a feeling that this is gonna give out in a minute. I don't think I'm gonna have enough of this tape. I've run out of the quarter of an inch tape, and I think I've only got the 1/2 inch left. Let's just see how far I can go. Oh no, I was just going to say, let's see how far I can go. I don't know whether this is just going to be too much. I mean, it's like the whole thing. Oh well, it is what it is. Sewing machine. I know you're going to hate this. And something else as well I'm not really looking forward to is the fact that this has not been cut on the bias, which in other words has not got that much, it's not got no stretch to it. So it means it's going to be a pain getting on those bends. Let's do the front first. How do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll do it that way, like that. From the back to the front. And then we'll just pull it around, pull it around, pull it around. There we go. Dead center, that's good. Pull it. Perfect. Okay. Now just fold it over. Oh, I missed a bit right by there. I have to go back over that. So that's not bad. Got a bit of fluff there. And there's one little bit of leather poking out there. That's it. Oh, it's looking adorable. Look at that. Now let's do the other side. Oh, before I do the other side, let me get this bit that I missed. I don't know why I missed it. I think it just slipped when I was going on the corner, but that's okay. Like I said, just find the spot. You wouldn't even know. Thank you for behaving. Okay, now for you. So nice that I am absolutely gutted. So gutted. I'm so gutted that I haven't got my own tag to put on here. I've just got stupid handmade on there. I would very proudly put my daisy threads on there. Which I mean I could have put, could have put it on the inside, but Didn't even think of it because I've just been like so excited about this bag. So how silly am I? But hey, I digress. Let me just get it done. Got it all. Oh, that is like so adorable. Look at that. I mean, I've got to put these on the sides now. So these are the crossbody connectors. So I put them on. And then I can actually put the strap as well, make the strap. And then we're done. Okay. Let's do it. So, yep, I know for a fact I definitely need double-sided tape. Right, okay, so I've just pressed my rivets. They're done. I've cut my crossbody strap, cut it to 160. I know most of them do about 150, but I just thought, just do 160. And I just thought I'd walk you through how to do a crossbody strap. So you've got your 2 lobster clasps and your one of your crossbody sliders, which is this. So it's like a rectangle with a moving bar in the middle. And so basically you get your strap and you pop it around the bar in the middle, like so, and you just sew that down, sew a box on this part here to the strap at the back of it. So then that's what you're looking at then. Okay. So it just moves back and forth. So it's gone over that middle slider there. And then you lay the buckle there, the slider, with the raw edge facing up. And then you bring your strap around, get one of your lobster clasps, and you slide it on with your lobster clasp facing down. and then you take the other end, pop it up through the one side of the slider, down the other, so then that lobster clasp becomes trapped in a loop. And then this side, then you slot your lobster clasp in, again facing down, and then I like to be able to fold mine over to hide the raw edge. And you're just basically going to stitch that down there. And then that's your crossbody strap done. Simple. So now I'm going to attach that onto here. Oh. There. And wait 1 second, it wouldn't be mine unless what have we got? Oh. It has to have a pom, because everybody has a pom. I don't know whether to put it on. Yeah, I'll put it on here, so it just falls to the side. It would have been nice, like draped around the front, but I don't really want to. There you go. It worked. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I hope that I'm going to be making a lot more of these. If you have any suggestions of a design that you want me to make, you know, fabric or leather or whatever, drop me a comment. I'd love to have a go. It's been a blast. Thanks.